Hey guys, it's Ivy. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a book haul. These are the books I have acquired since September, and I don't think I've talked about any of these yet. I'm just gonna get in and talk about the books. They're in no like specific order, just kind of here. The first book I'm going to talk about is Now Entering Adamsville by Francesca Zappia, and I have read this book this month, which it's December, and I'll give it my rating later, but it is a book about a girl who lives in this town called Adamsville. It's in Indiana, and in this town the ghosts still linger and there are fires happening, and she is being blamed for the fires in this town. And basically she hunts the people that are setting the fires, and she's getting blamed for them. She's kind of like painted as the villain, and she's really not. She's actually very kind, and she tries to do a lot of things for her neighbors and stuff like that. So this book is kind of recommended as if you're a fan of Stranger Things, which I can see and agree. It's definitely a really cool premise and a really cool plot. The next book I have to talk about is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman, and I honestly have no idea what this book is about. I literally just bought it because everybody who talks about this book talks about how good it is, and I just want to know what's gonna happen and if it's really as good as everybody says, if the hype is real. So I picked it up. I do think it is about a girl in high school, because I remember reading the synopsis at least like once. Oh, it's about a podcast? I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. This is definitely one of the books that I wanted to read by the end of the year, which seems like it's not gonna happen. The next book I have to talk about is Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Heron Blake, and this book is about a girl named Mara who has a twin brother, and her twin brother is dating her friend Hannah, and Hannah accuses her boyfriend of rape. And it is the story about a girl who is friends with the victim and siblings with the rapist, and it's her trying to just deal with being in the middle but also being supportive of her friend. And it is such a beautiful story. I think it is so well done, and it is definitely one of my favorite books of the year. I highly recommend you pick this one up if you haven't yet. The next book I have is Queen of Nothing by Holly Black, and this is the signed version. Well, I pre-ordered it from Good Choice Reading. I got it personalized, and we all know what Queen of Nothing is about. It is the conclusion to The Cruel Prince, and oh my god, just, you know, if you read it, you know, and if you haven't read it, then you need to read it so you can know. I picked up Hating to Love You by Erin Riley. This is the conclusion in Houston's Finest series. These are romance novels, and each book follows a couple that is like in this friend group, and the men are all cops, and it's steamy, it's sexy, it's hot, and it's really good. I really love Erin's writing. It's just so free and fun and fast-paced, and I can't wait to read this conclusion. I also picked up Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. This is the first book in her very long series. It's a high fantasy series, and this is the UK version, and I'm really stoked to dive in because she's like fundamental fantasy. I picked up I Really Needed This Today, and this is by Hoda. I'm not sure how to say Hoda's last name, but if you don't know, she's from the Today Show. Anyways, this book is a collection of different inspirational quotes, and each quote, you read a quote on each day, and each one is supposed to inspire you or just remind you of the good things in life. And after each quote, she gives you like a little short story or paragraph or whatever about something that resonated with her for that quote. And honestly, it's just really beautiful, and I really enjoy looking at this every single day. The next few books my friend Sam sent me, so thank you to her for sending me these. The first one is The Border Keeper, and I actually read the synopsis for this yesterday because I was thinking about packing it. It's about this girl who like lives on the outskirts of this place, and people go to her for help. I think they seek her out for like their troubles. Yeah, that's all I know. It's very short, and I'm excited to dive in. Hopefully one day soon. The next book is Shadow Scent by P.M. Freestone, and I am not sure what this book is about, but I think it has to do with perfumes being deadly in this world, which sounds really interesting, and I can get behind that because I hate perfume. So, yeah. The final book that Sam sent me was 1,000 Beginnings and Endings, and this is a short story collection. I think it's Roshani Chachki is in here, which would be the reason that I would honestly pick this up, because I love her writing. But I'm 15 retellings of Asian myths and legends. There's a lot of good authors in here actually, so I'm actually pretty down to get in here and see. I have a lot of trouble with anthologies. Like there's really only one that I really love, and that's Slasher Girls and Monster Boys, but I'm excited for this one. The next two books I found at Dollar Tree, which I was like shocked, because whenever I see like really good books there, I'm like, this is a steal, and I always pick them up. Those two are A.S. King's Still Life Tornado, and Books and Lala just posted her A.S. King guide today, and I'm so excited to watch that. I cannot wait. Then I also picked up a semi-definitive list of worst nightmares, and this is by Crystal Sutherland, and I have been wanting to pick this up since it was announced, before it was even published, and I never did, and it worked out. So I think this is a book about witches, and I hear it's kind of like, it's like magical realism. So yeah. I also picked up Blood Heir by Emily Wen Zhao, and this book is very high fantasy, and I'm really excited to dive into this. I read the first sentence and I was like, oh my god, I can't wait, and I really think this could make my favorites list, and I'm really excited to read this one. I also got Dark Dawn by Jay Kristoff, and this is the Goldsboro signed edition. I sent it to my grandma's house because sometimes I send books over there so that I'll have books to read while I'm there, but she still sends them here to me, even though I tell her not to, because she thinks that I need all of my books with me, which is true. Yes. Anyways, this is the conclusion to Nevernight, which I haven't even read yet, so failure on me. The next book I have is an ARC from Algonquin, and this is In the Role of Bree Hutchins by Nicole Melby. She is the author of Hurricane Season, which I read, I think earlier this year. I read an ARC of that, and it was so beautiful. I really loved that book, and when I heard that she was coming out with a second novel, I was so excited, and I actually got my hands on one, so thank you to Algonquin for that. The reason why I was so excited about this is because people say it's Love, Simon meets Lady Bird, and Lady Bird is one of my favorite movies. I love Saoirse Ronan, so I'm really excited to dive into this one, and I'm actually gonna pack it with me and read it on vacation. I also picked up a signed copy of Demi Moore's Inside Out, which I have also read, and it was fantastic. I read this on audiobook, and this is basically a memoir of Demi Moore's life from when she was a child to now, and it's just so fantastic. The final two books I have to talk about are Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw, and this is the Owlcrate edition, which I didn't buy Owlcrate, but I found this on a buy-sell trade, and well, actually my friend Nicole found it for me, and thank you to her for that, because this copy is so stunning and I'm so excited to have it. And then this is the signed edition from Powell's, and I did read an arc of Winterwood earlier this year, and it is one of my favorite books of the year. It's so fantastic. It is about this girl named Nora Walker who is a witch, and she lives at the border of the woods, and basically she goes there and she finds like missing things, and while she's in there she stumbles upon a boy, and it just is so stunning. Like, this is a book I will definitely reread over and over and over again, and if you haven't picked up a copy of this, please make sure you do, because it's so good. Okay guys, that is my book haul. I'm pretty sure that's all the books that I picked up. I could be missing a few, you never really know because there's just books everywhere. But let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of these, what new books you picked up. And as always, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye!